Hello, good morning, and welcome to the Hayley and Allyson show live here on Backchannel, the only place to listen, watch, and interact with us, your hosts, via your Echo. My name is Hayley Ellis. This is Allyson Jones-Smith.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. It's Friday morning, and we are here until 8 a.m. Let us know why you are up at this ungodly hour. If you are, let us know where you are in the world and what you're up to. The command to give to your device, if you're watching us on the Echo show, is the word say. Allison's dog's getting involved. He's like, yes, I will let you know what I want to say. If you're listening on an audio-only Echo, the command to give to your device, hop onto backchannel.tv. Do it that way. I got distracted. It's very early in the morning. It's December the 3rd. 22 days left into Christmas.
This is it. Start planning, everyone. Oh my gosh.
Planning. I ordered some presents last night. Panic presents. For myself.
I was going to say, is there any other kind? But I do appreciate that you ordered gifts for yourself.
Yeah,
well done,
I was like, I need to get myself something first. It's December the 3rd, and a celebrity birthdays today, Allyson. It is Amanda Seyfried's birthday. She is 36. She's from the Mamma Mia films. It's all going on.
I think we should address right out of the gate, everyone. I do apologize this morning. We're doing this from my living room right now, and there's a delivery.
She hasn't even got a dog. She hasn't even got one. So
do you want to go get it, Ali? Do you want to go down to your door?
No. My boyfriend's getting it.
Okay, that's fine.
This is what happens when you do a live show. Anything can happen.
This is live streaming from home.
I am going to get the package, actually, everyone. I do apologize.
You go and get the package, Allyson.
That's fine. Okay, let's play an impromptu game. Oh, okay. I'm going to just mute Ali for a hot sec.
Yeah.
Let's play an impromptu game of what do you think Allison's getting delivered?
Groceries. She's very responsible.
I think it's like hair accessories.
Really?
Like a giant box. Do people still watch scrunchies still a thing?
In the 80s. Actually, scrunchies are back now. Scrunchies
okay, I think it's a big box of scrunchies.
Big box of scrunchies. Very niche guess that. It's almost like you've been going through a mail and her emails.
What you don't know, Hayley, is that I orchestrated this whole thing.
Yeah, you're like, listen.
I just ordered a big box of scrunchies to be delivered at 3 past 6 EST.
I mean, what we need is more sound effects of dogs in this show. That's what you were like. We need that. I'll tell you who the rest of the birthdays are while we're waiting there.
Could you please? I'm very excited to know.
I will, because it's Ozzy Osbourne's birthday. He's made it to 73.
It's, you know what? A round of applause for Ozzy for making it this far.
I mean, he has lived a life, hasn't he? He's at Bats. He's been on tour, rock and roll. Love Ozzy. 73 today. Sharon, really long arms as well. Julianne Moore is 61 today. I didn't. She looks great.
She does look great.
Yeah. Brendan Fraser is 53 today.
Yeah.
Oh, George of the Jungle, and it's Faux Fur Friday today.
We were talking about faux fur yesterday.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what Ali's got delivered.
Yeah. So which is good for the environment and the world and animals.
Yeah. Good.
Do you own a faux fur coat, Will? I can't imagine you're in one.
You can't imagine me in a faux fur coat. I can.
Yeah, actually, I probably could.
Like a floor-length, sheer faux fur coat. Yeah, I can see you.
Say that again, sorry? That was faux fur.
I won't. I can imagine myself in a faux fur coat. Ali, what was in the box?
What was in the box?
A faux fur coat. No, I actually, genuinely, I did just order one the other day, and then I put it on, and I was like, "Oh, this is a bit much, Cruella de Vil. You can't do this walking around like this looks." But I tried. Thanks again. Sorry about that, everyone. I do apologize.
Fine.
Very exciting.
Welcome.
But I am delighted. It is Faux Fur Friday. Hey, I didn't even know that was a national. That's wonderful.
It is a national day, Allyson. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny what days they create, and we talk about a different one every day. Yeah, on the Hayley and Allyson show, just milking that content for all it's worth. We're here till 8 a.m. Get involved with the show if you'd like to chat to us. The command to give to your device if you're watching on the Echo show is the word say, or hop onto backchannel.tv. If you're on an audio only Echo, you can get involved with the show that way. The show's here all day after ourselves here on the Hayley and Allyson show is Liv Harrison with her show Live Every Day. She's here at 8 till 10. At 12 till 2, it's the Anthony Davis show. And at 2 till 4, your pal Hal with Hal Rudnick. So we've got shows here all day. Stick around, but stay with us mainly until 8 a.m. As producer Will, we've just seen him then. He's with us as well until 8 a.m. this morning, as every day. And it's a themed Friday, Allyson, today.
Yay! Hayley, what is our theme?
The theme is parcels being delivered. It is on the hour. We're going to have that. What's the theme?
Just constant Amazon deliveries. Hey, this is what happens when I'm in a main room of the house.
No, did you know what? I'm expecting a few today as well, so let's hope that doesn't distract. It's movies today. Our theme of the Friday is movies. It's all about movies. So we're going to be chatting movie news stories. We're going to be doing a little movie game of true or false. It's a 1-star movie review where we take a film that's been given 1-star ratings and we read them out and you see if you can guess what the film is. It's our agony auntie section. No movie theme there. We just try and solve your problems later on in the show. So if you've got a problem you'd like us to solve, get in touch. I say solve. Use that word very, very loosely. And we're also going to be doing a final day of our Advent calendar where we see which movie star is behind the door of our faux Advent calendar. So get involved with the show. Like I say, we're going to be playing lots of games and we'd love to hear from you. Speaking of movie themes, Allyson, here's a little fact that you probably don't know about me. I don't think I've told you this. I was an extra in the remake of the film Alfie with Jude Law. Have I told you this?
No, I did not know this, Hayley.
And there's a scene where someone's getting buried. I can't remember who. I've only seen the film once. And I was the first hand to throw a rose on the coffin. So I know it's me.
Hayley, that's your... Did you get more because your hand was... Is it like if you get a speaking role, if it's a close-up on your hand, do you get a...
I told one of my friends, I was like, yeah, I knew it was my hand. And she's like, why? Because of eczema. I was like, no, not because of eczema. Because mine was the first hand to throw a rose.
She's like, because I've been meaning to talk to you about your eczema on your hands. Oh, okay.
But yeah, I was a little extra in that film. And Jude Law seemed delightful and very polite. I mean, I didn't have a conversation with him. I just observed him quite a lot from afar. Just look at it's Jude Law over there. So there you go. Have you been in any movies, Ali, or have you had auditions for any movies?
Yeah, I've had auditions for movies. I've never really gotten one. I've been in a few like student films, but nothing big and fancy yet. No hand close-ups, that's for sure. I'll tell you that much. So
it is on my show reel, just my hand throwing a rose. So yeah, when I first moved to Manchester, I was living in Manchester at the time, I was on like an extra agency, and just to get a bit of extra cash. So I did that. I haven't had on any auditions for movies or anything like that, obviously not, but I've had auditions for adverts in the past. They never go well for me because if you're not an actor, they're very bizarre because you'll walk into a room, you will have waited around all day. You walk into a room, they go, pretend that you're giving birth, go. You're like, what? No, it's 6 a.m.
Birth. All right, let's do this. And I swear sometimes they just make you do the craziest things just to see if you'll do it.
Yes, because it was like a toothpaste commercial. Why have I got to give birth? Like, what is this?
To do with
it's
toothpaste.
Not related.
Is Colgate expanding? It's what is Colgate doing?
It's worrying, if anything. But listen, if you've been in a movie, had a little bit part, if your hand has appeared in a film, let us know. I was really jealous because one of my friends from university was on the set as well at the same time. I was like, oh, you're here. And she was in the background behind Jude Law eating on the actual film. Livid. Yeah, she got an eating part.
A, she got to eat. B,
I know. That's amazing.
B, she got to eat. Are you kidding? That's fantastic. Yeah.
I know. But there you go. Yeah, if you've been in a movie, you've got like a little tiny claim to fame, let us know. Producer Will, what's your claim to fame? Have you got one? Have we interrupted you eating, Will?
Yeah, I was eating mince pie. Don't worry about it. I mean, I don't want to like brag or anything, Hayley, but
I think you do. Go.
I'm a celebrity podcast producer, so I do meet like two of the people who I've worked with in the past on I'm a Celeb this year.
Which two?
Kadina Cox,
yes,
Olympian,
mm-hmm.
and this is probably my claim to fame. Arlene Phillips,
Yes.
the choreographer. I had to teach her. She's like 72, I think. I had to teach her how to copy and paste.
Oh.
Because she phoned me and she was like, "Well, this thing isn't working. You needed to record this podcast with me." I was like, "Oh, don't worry about it, Arlene. Like, you just need to copy the link that I sent you and paste it into your browser." She goes, "Will, I'm in my 70s. I don't know how to copy and paste."
Oh.
So I had to teach her, and I think her daughter was there.
I mean, that's
her.
if you could show me and Allyson how to do that after the show.
I understand that it's challenging for women of your age.
Right. That was producer Will. People, he won't be appearing back on the show.
I have one more claim to fame.
Okay, what's your other claim to fame?
I went to school with this guy called Niall Wilson. He was in my year, and he's got like 2 or 3 Olympic medals now. So no matter what I got, like 2 or 3 Olympic medals. So no matter what I go on to achieve in my career in the media and broadcasting, I'm never going to be the most successful guy from my year at school, am I?
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure your parents remind you of that fact every time you visit at Christmas.
Yeah. Where are your Olympic medals? They say I will.
Shouldn't have been like that, Niall. He did well. What was his Olympic sport?
Gymnastics.
Oh,
I mean,
short though.
Yeah,
short.
Yeah, my abs, but he's under 5'2".
Well, that's what makes a good gymnast, right? Teeny tiny, little. They can fly. They can jump. They can
fly. They're not Peter Pan.
They can fly.
They've got magic.
Wait.
Short people out of a hat.
No, short people can't fly. What?
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you, producer Will, for your insults this morning. And like I say, it's the 3rd of December, and on this day, Allyson, this very day in 1974. Do you remember it? We probably remember it, according to producer Will.
I was 72 in 1974. Yeah.
Tennessee Williams, A Streetcar Named Desire, premiered on Broadway, starring Jessica Tandy, Kim Hunter, and Marlon Brando. And
I mean, that was a film of the time because it dealt with a lot of topics that at that time weren't being addressed. So it was a monumental film. And actually, if you watch it, I'm going to say, I think it stands the test of times. It's a good flick. It's a good flick.
She actually did a little glasses move then. She agreed with that.
I'm just saying, everyone.
I think you'll find it's
my
a good
professional opinion. We're both imitating a comedian when we did that.
Yeah.
But,
right.
Yeah.
Very niche. Very niche, Joe.
Very niche. Yeah.
Listen, we're going to talk about the news stories now, but as it's themed Friday, Allyson, they are movie-themed news stories. So, first story that we've seen, movie-related, is Cara Delevingne, the model/actress, has joined the cast of Only Murders in the Building for season 2. Have you seen season 1?
Now, I was going to ask you because I have not seen season 1. Did you?
No, so this is a very short segment.
So we're very excited for Cara, and we look forward to you doing your second season. Perhaps Hayley and I will tune in this time. And
maybe we'll see series 2. I mean, apparently, and it does sound really good, actually, because the series was created by Steve Martin and John Hoffman. And it follows 3 strangers who share an obsession with true crime and suddenly find themselves wrapped up in one. So it does sound right up our streets, actually.
It genuinely does. So I bet you we would get. And if it's Steve Martin, I mean, he's funny. This is a funny guy. I was impressed when I saw that. I was like, oh, okay, well.
There you go. Allyson, have you seen any news stories while I try and get out of this one?
Yeah, no problem. So there's a movie, everyone, called Omicron. I'm not even kidding you. And the plot is freaking people out. Now, obviously, the Omicron, we don't want to go on too much about, stuff going on in the world right now, but it is the latest strain of, the virus. The virus. And so this movie came out quite some time ago. I'm trying to find the exact year, but quite some time ago. Now, don't worry. This film is not like people aren't freaking out because it's predicted the future and they're like, oh, it's a virus. It is actually a film about somebody who is when people out 1963 movie. Yes, 1963. Someone is aliens take over somebody's body and they walk the world so they can learn more about human behavior. So they it's like the initial invasion of the body snatchers, basically, is what it was.
Yeah.
So they could find out about humankind, but everyone is just freaking out because they're like, I can't believe that this has been talked about. The Omicron has been, but actually it's been said in a lot of movies. This is not the first time Omicron has been used. This word has been used. So it is interesting, but people were really panicking when they first saw it. I was like, oof, you want to panic? Watch Contagion. Anyway.
Don't, not at the minute.
Do not, yeah.
Yeah, do not. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people that are conspiracy theories, like Omicron, if you rearrange the letters, it's had no crimbo. And they're like, oh, they're telling us we're not going to have a Christmas again this year. Yeah, you got to mute Facebook during these difficult times because people go a little bit bonkers.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen the original Omicron.
No, me neither. I'm looking at it though, and it kind of looks like my style of flick, to be honest with you, because I do like, as we know, I like scary movies. I like sci-fi-y things. I'm a sucker for a good sci-fi. I admit it. I know I don't seem like it, but I'm a real sci-fi fan. So yeah, I would like to check this one out. But yeah, it really did freak people out initially seeing that because they were like, have people known about this forever? No, this is an alien stealing a human body movie. Everyone. Don't worry.
Not real. Don't worry.
Relax. Until the aliens come, this is still just make-believe.
Until they come. We're talking movie news here on the Hayley and Allyson show this morning because it's themed Friday and the theme today is movies. That's why we're talking movies. Here's a little story for you. Red Notice has scored the top slot on Netflix's film chart for the third week in a row. I've not actually seen this yet. Another one. Have you?
No, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it. We're really good at this. We don't do anything, but we talk about it. Red Notice. So this goes to show, I'm sorry, Hayley, I'm jumping in on your article.
No, you go for it, mate.
But this goes to show, critics versus the actual viewing public, very different opinions. And Hayley and I also can jump in on this because, as comedians, critics are out there. And I have to say, it's usually the comedians that make people laugh the most consistently and hardest that critics don't like because they're like, just seemed like that regular type of comedy that makes people laugh. Right. Okay. That's not your thing. Yeah.
Nothing annoys me more than that when I watch a comedian and they absolutely do brilliantly. Everyone loves them in the room, but the critic will sit there and go, I didn't enjoy it. It's not my style of comedy. Well, why are you reviewing it then? If it's not for you, why are you reviewing it?
Absolutely.
There's a whole room of people enjoying this. And it's the same with these films. People are really snobby. They're like, because it stars, so it's a comedy action movie and it stars Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot. Is that your saying name?
I believe so.
Anyway. And they're sort of like, because it stars like Dwayne Johnson. I mean, I feel like they're sort of like, it's shoving the noses up in the air. Oh, no, it's too mainstream, blah, blah, blah. But people love it. People love it. It's been number one. As of the 28th of November, the film has registered 328.8 million hours viewed since its release. And that was only on November the 12th.
Yeah.
So, like, people are enjoying it. So don't
people are loving it, and critics just slayed it. They're like, oh, this is ridiculous, But, again, I'm just like, it kind of makes me happy to see a film that the critics are like, nah, get such great just watching and numbers. So well done. Not to mention, I mean, it's got one of the Ryans in it, and it's got The Rock. Wow, Dwayne. Big fan of him. So, yeah, it's crazy. So 3 weeks in a row, number one. Well, Hayley, we are going to have to watch it. You know that. We're going to have to.
Yeah, we will have to watch it. But it's, busy time. I'm just working my way through Selling Sunset Series 3 at the minute, Allyson. So I've got lots on the agenda. And I was watching speaking of Selling Sunsets, if you haven't seen it, it's real estate agents in LA selling houses, and they're just really glamorous women. And they roll up to work at like 7 a.m. in the morning, like dressed like they're on a catwalk, and they're just sort of lots of slow motion shots of them walking in covered in Gucci with glasses. And I think, oh my God, I went into work once, Allyson, when I worked in a call center at 7 a.m. and I had a sock hanging out of my trouser leg from yesterday. And I watch these women, they're so glamorous, and I'm like, oh my, that is like a full-time job looking that glamorous.
Yep. Yeah.
And they sell these amazing houses in LA, and they're like 5.2 million, and that's like cheap ones. and they're showing round, and there's like a pool and all this. And then I think, oh, real estate in the UK is very different. You walk around and they're like, there's a damp patch there, but if you paint over it, that'll be all right.
Yeah, look, it's also just the size. It's just the size of things. Like when we moved into our place, it was a new build. So they built stairs that are what I would call North American or American sized stairs. Because when I first moved here, stairs are so tiny. Everything's so tiny. I hardly fit up the stairs. And so whenever people come to my house and they get to the stairs, they're like, oh, look at these stairs. Look at the size of them. I'm like, I know. 2 people can walk up at once if necessary, which you should never do. You should never cross on the stairs, just so you know, everyone. Bad luck.
Very bad luck.
But
maybe we'll do superstitions one Friday in our theme Friday. We should do
good
that.
one. Yes.
Make a note, producer. But yeah, America's. I noticed that when I was in the US, the American stairs are a lot bigger. Here in the UK, we have really dainty feet, so we have to walk up sideways like a crab. I don't know why our stairs are so thin, but there you go. Speaking of news stories and movie related, there was a story in ScreenRant.com about Benedict Cumberbatch apparently didn't shower on Power of the Dog set. Now, see, this is I'm not sure I agree with these, because it's all that, what's it called, where they
method acting,
that's the one. So basically the film is set in the 1920s Western, and he said he avoided showering or bathing entirely in an attempt to get into character. Just think of the character. You don't need to not shower or shave.
He also refused to have his costumes washed, right? So he had a stench. And they were like, Kristen Dunst and him didn't chat too much. Well, no, I wouldn't want to chat to him either. As soon as we were done filming, I'd be like, right, you go stand downwind, please. If you could stand downwind, and I will be in my change room. Yeah, so
also, if he's a method actor, he wouldn't be in a trailer. He'd be still thinking he's that part, so he'd have to like go off on his horse and sleep under a tent. You know, if you're going to go the full hog by not washing, you can live like a cowboy offset as well.
Yeah, Benedict, did you use a toilet? I bet you used toilets while you were filming. Guess what? They didn't have toilets really then. Anyway, yeah, so this is what he did. I couldn't believe it. Could you imagine that? And like the whole time he did not shower. The whole time he did not have his clothes. That just also is like, I don't know. I mean, well done, you. People are saying he's going to get an Oscar for this. People are saying this is an amazing, production, and the what he put into it. I don't know. I still think he probably could have done a brilliant job and smelt well too. I'm just saying.
I mean, what I'm saying, Allyson, is I tell you who deserves the Oscar: the people who put up with him being in a small trailer with him.
100%.
The makeup artist deserves. Imagine being the makeup artist and he's not had a shower. And you go really close. You're just like, oh. As you're putting on his foundation. So they deserve the Oscars.
Because I do believe in the article they use the word stench. When you're using the word stench to describe a smell, things have gone awry. With his stench, not even his unpleasant odor, his stench. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what happened to me once, Allyson? And this is not about showering. This is the opposite, actually. Yes. I was going on a night out in my 20s. I had put on my Britney Spears Curious perfume.
Speaking of stench. Well, great smell, Brittany. Happy day after your birthday. All right, moving on.
Yeah, 41 and a day. And I got in the cab for the night out. And as I got in the cab, it was raining, by the way. The cab driver put both windows down in the car because he obviously didn't like the smell of my perfume. I must have put too much on. And it's like all the windows down. So all this rain's lashing in. And I'm like, my hair's going everywhere just because he didn't like my eau de toilette.
You're like, well, I don't like it. What are you filming a Western up there? That's what you smell like, buddy. Because there are some cabs out there, I'll tell you.
What's your Uber rating?
Oh, I think I'm at a 4.8 right now.
Oh, so someone didn't give you, I'm on 5.
What
did you do?
I don't know.
What did you do?
I don't know what I did. I tip all the time. I try to be pleasant. I don't know what I did. I'm at a 4.8.
Allyson, we genuinely need to get to the bottom of that.
I can't believe you have a 5 though. But yeah. Haley, how often are you taking Ubers? You drive.
Not often.
Exactly. So you've taken 2 in a year. I take 1 almost every day. Something's going to happen. It's, you know.
Allyson, you've done something. And we'll get to the bottom of it. If you were the Uber driver that drove Allyson and you didn't mark a 5, let us know why. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by why you didn't rate Ali 5 stars.
Not fair.
Listen, coming up in the show, we're going to be doing the 1-star movie review very, very shortly. Allyson, can you do the jingle in the background?
Yeah. Let me back up, though, so it's not too...
Back up, so it's not distracting. Coming up in the next hour, we're going to be doing the 1-star movie review where we read out 1-star reviews and we let you guess what the film is. We're going to be doing our agony auntie section where we read out your problems and try and solve them. And a competitive game of true and false is all coming up. I can end it now, Ali. You can end it now.
Okay.
Producer Will, what's your Uber rating?
I'm 4.85.
Okay, I'm really upset by this. I haven't checked my Uber rating lately. Maybe I'm gonna. You all beat me, and I'm very charming. I'm very charming.
You see, I'm not charming.
He's not. He's really not.
I'm just a bit of a... Because I'm not very... I probably don't want to talk... Yeah.
I can imagine you eating in the back of the cab.
I don't eat. I only eat during your show.
No, no, you definitely do. I can imagine you leaving all mince pie crumbs all over the seat, and they're like, "Oh, I've got to get a little
foil tray thing." I just like, I don't know. I'm not for chatty. Also, my friend became unwell in the back of an Uber on New Year's, so that really hurt my Uber rating.
And you still have a higher rating than me. I'm
only
really
by
upset.
0.5.
It's still
Allyson.
0.5.
Someone was sick in Producer Will's cab, and he still has a higher rating than you. I don't know what you've done, but it's going to be bad. It's because she's Canadian from the US.
Yeah, I think that must be it. I think.
Do you know what? Somebody probably mistaken me for American. That's what it is. I'm kidding, my American friends. I'm kidding.
Thanks, Producer.
If you were getting in an Uber, just before I leave, if you're getting in an Uber, this is pre-pando. If you're getting in an Uber on your own, where would you sit?
In the back. In the back, and also not right behind him on the other side. So
what
I can
kind of psychopath sits in the front seat?
I would, but that's because I'm a man, though.
No, they don't want to sit next to you. They're like, oh my days, sit in the back.
Yeah.
No wonder you've got a low rating. It is.
No, it feels rude. It feels like, you're my driver, so I'm going to sit in the back.
Yes. Well, they are your driver.
That's exactly
They're not your dad dropping you off in town.
Taking me to a party.
Do you take Ubers a lot, though? Can I ask, Will, do you take Ubers a lot?
I'd rarely leave the house, Ali, to be fair.
There we go. So
let alone get in a car to go. Like, if I go more than walking distance, it's an event.
Yeah.
Allison's really upset. Like, but do you know how many of you took? How many of you took, though, Will? Let's look at the stats. Let's break it down.
I took a few recently. I took a few a bit more recently to, like... Because I had to get around Surrey, and then I had to go and get my vaccine and stuff, and I had to get Ubers to all of those. So.
The thing that I'm upset about is because I was going to put that star rating on my next poster when I did a show, right? I was going to put Uber rating. 4.8, almost 5
That's
stars.
a good trick, though.
Great conversationalist, kept
witty.
me engaged, witty. Yeah, exactly. But now apparently that is not a good enough rating. I've really got to up my game. I'm going to start giving presents. All right, that's enough. I'm upset.
Anyway, let's stop chatting about Allison's Uber rating. Thanks, Producer Will. Really upset her. Listen, it's the time for the 1-star. Speaking of low ratings, this is the 1-star film review. So we take a series of reviews that people have left online for a film. They've given it 1 stars each. Very, very angry people online. These films could be Oscar nominated. They could have won every single award under the sun. They could have got 5 stars off everyone else in the industry, but these people online don't agree. They're giving it 1 stars, and we are going to read out their reviews, and we want you to guess what you think the film is. If you guess right, Allyson June Smith will give you a rating out of 5. Hey, see what I did there?
That was really good. That was really good.
But get your guesses in. If you'd like to guess, if you're watching on an Echo show, the command to give to your device is the word say, or hop onto backchannel.tv. If you're listening on your phone, you can get your little guesses in that way. Don't know why I did it like that. So, first review, Allyson, I will read out. How would you like me to read it? Because what we do here on the Hayley and Allyson show, we like to give ourselves a little bit of motivation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hayley has also chosen the first one because it's the shortest one. All right, so Hayley, I would like you to read this. I'm letting them behind the screen today. There's no fourth wall with the show today. Everyone is getting to know everything. This is my living
Not
room.
just a hat
Hayley
rack,
just wants the
Allyson.
short review. Okay,
Of course
here we go.
I can't even speak a sentence, mate. It's I've got a child. I've been up since 6.
All right, Hayley. I would like you to read this as an accountant. You're an accountant, and it's tax season. That's your motivation. Go. That's it. Accountant during tax season. Trust me, it's stressful. Accountants have a stressful time. You're very number oriented, right? So you're number oriented. You're stressed. There's been a lot of math going on in your life.
I'm not Benedict Cumberbatch, Allyson. Why do I need so much? Okay.
Are you
Here
sure?
we go.
All right. Go.
Hey. Don't be mad at me just because you got a low rating. Right. Here we go. Accountant. 1-star review for a film. But what's the film? Oh, God, I've got all these accounts to finish. Oh, I don't think the movie is that good. If they wanted to make a decent movie, they should have made him live different things every day. The movie, as it is, it's just an example of lazy writing, aka my own life.
Hayley, excellent.
Thank you.
I believed you were an accountant. I believed it.
Thank you.
Okay, so big hints there. If they want to make a decent, make him live different things every day. So he's doing the same thing every day. All right, there's a huge hint right out of the gate.
Allyson, you just stated the most obvious clue.
No, there's a lot of movies like this.
No,
there's some movies. There's some others. I can name at least two.
Yeah, guess it in.
Friday. It's Friday, everyone. Join in. Okay. I'll read the next one because it is the second shortest one. Hayley, if you could give me a motivation.
Yep, you're a man named Clive.
Yeah.
He's 86 and he's clipping his toenails that have got too long.
I almost have toenail clippers within my reach, everyone, but I'm not going to do that to you.
Which is worrying, isn't it? That is worrying.
So he's 80. So he's got to bend over. So you're going to get some bend over sounds. Okay. This has got to be the worst movie ever. Okay, maybe the second worst ever. I like Bill Murray most of the time. Andy McDowell's okay. Usually a too gooey sweet, but this is just stupid. How in the world does this thing get an 8 out of 10? No wonder it took 28 years to watch, and now I want my hour 45 back. Big time. Oh, that's a tough one.
Allyson June Smith. Brilliant acting that. I think she was actually cutting her toenails.
I did bend over a little bit while I was doing a read. Yeah.
She went method on that one. If you've just joined us, this is the Hayley and Allyson show. We are playing the 1-star movie game. So what we do is we read reviews out that people have left online. They've left a film 1 stars. They're very, very angry. But what is the film? If you'd like to take a guess, if you are watching us on an Echo show, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess. Or if you're listening on an audio-only Echo, head to backchannel.tv. You can get your guesses in that way. I'm going to read another review now. I mean, if you know your films, you're going to know what this film is. Huge clues. We've read 2 reviews out already. The guys live in the same day over and over again. And it stars Bill Murray. What could it be? What film could it be? If you've just woke up from however many year, just like if you're Sleeping Beauty, you might not know who it is. You just woke up. But if you know the film, get in touch, let us know, get your guesses in. It's free to guess. So let's read out another review. Here we go. I'm going to read this out. Allyson, how would you like me to read this?
Your motivation is you are a dog walker after a long day of work. Your name is Susan, and you have allergies to dogs. Go.
Can I just say as well, I did tell you about when I went to New York at Christmas, and I do have allergies, right? So I feel like this is actually targeting me. But they had the horses around New York, the Central Park, the horses. A policewoman was on a horse. And I was like, oh, what a lovely horse. Stroked it for the rest of the day in New York at Christmas, come out in hives all over my face.
Oh,
it's the most wonderful time. Okay, here we go. I'm a dog walker and I'm allergic to dogs. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Here's another story, another review. 1 star. This movie is not funny. Oh, God, why am I itchy? It's kind of boring. It had some good actors in it, but the storyline was pretty bad. Don't waste time and money. Don't see this movie. It has a lot of slapstick, and I do not care much for slapstick. I think it is simple and not that funny. It's kind of a good concept, but not a very good movie. Don't see it. Don't see it. Don't see it. Don't see it. She says it 5 times. Don't see it. Rover, down. Oh, me itching. Right, what do you think of that?
That was excellent. That was excellent. The thing is, you always, you set the scene. You're itchy, but I actually can hear the itchiness in your voice. Is what really that impressed me that time. Hayley.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Allyson.
You're welcome.
I'm just gonna go and take 2 antihistamines.
She feels it herself. Okay, so a lot of slapstick in this movie. People keep saying the storyline was pretty bad, but that's what made this movie, known. But anyway, so we've got Bill Murray. Sounds like there's a repetition, slapstick. People say it's simple, not that funny. I mean, okay, it's kind of a good concept. I love it. Kind of a good concept. Yep.
If you think you know what the film is we are talking about, then get in touch. The guy is living the same day over and over again. It stars Bill Murray. We can't make it any more easier than that, can we? The command to give to your device, if you are watching us on the Echo Show, and you can see that myself and Allyson have opted both for a side pony this morning on the same side. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess. Or if you're listening on an audio-only Echo, head to backchannel.tv on your phone. You can get involved with the game that way. So we're reading out reviews that people have left online for this specific film. They're all 1-star reviews because these people are very, very angry. Yeah. So I'm going to get Allyson to read out another review now that also got 1 stars. And if you've just joined us, myself and Allyson like to give each other actors' motivation for reading the reviews. And Allison's been very, very niche giving me my motivation. So now it's time for my revenge. So, Allyson.
Yes, Hayley, I'm ready.
You're a lady who's 98. Okay. Her name is Edna. Okay. She's got no teeth. No.
Yeah, okay.
No teeth. There you go. Let's take it away.
Can we just say here, is this 2 reviews or is this 1, Hayley?
No, this is 1 giant review that you are reading.
Okay. It is actually 2, everyone, but she's going to make me read 2 at once.
With no teeth.
No teeth. Here we go.
Oh, it is 2, actually. Look, producer Will's just like, no,
yeah,
it's 2.
I know, it's 1.
Don't,
so I'm going
to let
read
her read that with no teeth.
Here we go. He's highlighted what I'm supposed to read. I love you, producer Will. Okay. This is one of the worst films.
Oh, actually, Allyson, you'll have to do it with teeth because they can't understand.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Do the line again with no teeth.
I'm going to try. I'm going to really try diction without any teeth. This is one of the worst films I've ever seen. It's slow, it's dull, miserable, and repetitive. None of the characters are likable. I have no idea why thousands of people claim that this is the best comedy movie ever made. It's bad enough as a ridiculous myth that whether or not a rodent turns around can predict the length of the winter. To make a film based on such a thing is idiotic. Idiot. I can't say that.
Allyson, jeez, we've got an actual tear in my eye. If my mum is watching, this is a real job. This is a real job. Allyson, Jim Smith there pretending to have no teeth, reading a 1-star review. Oh, good morning. It's Friday. We're slightly losing it here on the Hayley and Allyson show.
Wait, Will, did you like that one? Will, I hope you're laughing too right now. We're the only.
It's the best one in 29, 30 shows. It's the best 1-star review that we've had. I really felt like you're the 90-year-old woman.
Thank you.
Yeah, and if you're blessed to have an Echo show and you could have seen that as well, really, she really went full character in it. Hid her teeth for the whole.
I think she's been practicing that one. I don't think this can't have been Ali's first time.
No, that is not your first
being
time.
Being a 90-year-old woman with no teeth.
God, guys.
Brilliant, Allyson. Thank you. Listen, Allyson, if you know what the film is, just tell us quickly because we're going slightly bonkers.
We're just having a laugh here because we've basically told it to you. It's Bill Murray. It's repetitive day.
It stars a rodent. What could it be? What could it be? Couldn't be any easier. That's what it couldn't be. Right, one more review. You've got one more of these people. One more review of myself. We'll be reading this 1-star review. What is the film? Come on.
All right, Hayley.
Yes,
here's your motivation. You have no tongue. No, I'm kidding. Although I would be curious to see what you pulled out. Okay, let's take it back a step. Let's rein this in. All right, Hayley, you are a librarian. Okay. Librarian. People have been very loud in the library all day, so you've been trying to model the type of volume that people should have in a library. Okay, so you're a librarian. You're trying to model to everyone around you the type of volume that you want in the library.
Okay.
That's your motivation.
You've been very kind there, Allyson.
You're welcome. With no tongue. Go.
With no tongue. I'm not going to do no tongue. Here we go. This movie has been televised here so many times that I am sick of the sight of it. Just like the movie playing out over and over again. The network thinks it's amusing to put it on about twice every year, like an old joke. It was funny the first time, but now it is just plain boring and stupid and has become tiresome. I am determined that I will not watch this movie ever again for as long as I live. Get over it. It's not funny.
I like your shushing very much.
Thank you. Listen, we can't make this any more obvious for you, but we're gonna
spoon feed you now. Here are some pretty basic clues that actually we've probably already told you. So this is the movie stars Bill Murray, Andie MacDowell, and Chris Elliott. Not filmed in. I can't even say it. Can you say the name of
No, I can't, and that's why I left it for you to read.
Not filmed in Punk's. Will do it.
Go, no, give it a go, Ali. Give it a go by all means.
Punk's Suawatni.
Can we just do this for the next hour and 20? Punxsutawney.
Punxsutawney. Okay.
Punxsutawney. I know that because I've seen this film 1 million times.
Okay, so it's not filmed in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, but actually in Woodstock, Illinois. It was released in 1993, and it gets an 8.0 overall on IMDb. But what could the film possibly be?
What could the film be? Allyson, it stars Bill Murray. He's living the same day over and over again. It also heavily features a rodent. I mean, we cannot spell this out for you anymore. And I will give you the premise of the film now, because just make a guess. Make a guess. It's about a jaded Pittsburgh weatherman. He finds himself inexplicably trapped in a small town as he lives the same day over and over again. Good morning, Deborah. She's listened to the show this morning. Hi, Deborah. We hope you're well here. Let us know where are you in New Jersey. I was going to ask you where you're listening from, Deborah. Let us know what you're up to today, Deborah. Get involved in the show. As you already know, the command to give to your device is the word say. Let us know what you're up to. Don't worry, we're not going to join in. We are in the UK. You're safe.
You're very safe.
You're very safe. We're playing the 1-star movie review today. Deborah, do you know the film? It stars Bill Murray. He's living the same day over and over again. What could it possibly be, Allyson?
Stars a rodent as well.
The
fact that these people don't like this movie does blow my mind because, in my opinion, it's very funny, but okay, we're just going to do it. Here it is, people. Nobody's guessed it yet. That's all right. Hayley, the movie is Groundhog Day. It is Groundhog Day.
I thought you were going to reveal it.
You were going to reveal it too.
Every day for me this week has been like Groundhog Day. I'm so tired. Deborah, if you're listening, I've got a 21-month-old baby. It's been exhausting this week, so it's very, very Groundhog Day. But yes, that was a film, Groundhog Day. Brilliant film. What is wrong with these people not liking it? Bill Murray is one of the best comedic actors of all time, I think.
Agreed. Did you see Zombieland. Did you see him in Zombieland?
Yeah, I've seen Bill Murray in I think almost every film he's ever done.
He's just so funny. He has that air of like he just wants to have a good time. What is it too? Doesn't Bill Murray did I hear a story about one time he went out and he take someone's drink or something and then just leaned over and said, "You could tell it. No one will believe you." Like he's always into like pulling pranks in public and then being like, "Nah, no one will believe you said it's me." Like he's such a great character and just such a good person out in the world. He's always
That's
looking for a laugh.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't. And you go, oh, Bill Murray still all right, did he? That's like
Yeah.
saying Madonna stole my seat on a train.
Yeah.
Did she?
Yeah.
Did she really?
And just that he's like, no one will believe you. I love that. I love the honesty of him admitting like his stature as a entertainer. He's just great. So and one of the all-time classics, like Will has said, he's seen it a million times, right? Will is living Groundhog Day, watching this movie again. Exactly.
All it's lacking is a rodent that tells the weather. I just have to ask my device instead.
That's it. And speaking of asking your device, you can join in to Backchannel at any time you want by just saying to your device, say, and then join in. Give us an answer. Tell us anything. Play one of our games. Compliment us. Tell us to treat Will better. Whatever your feelings are.
Let us know we're beautiful and talented. Give us some affirmations this morning. Thank you, producer Will. That was the 1-star movie review. Thank you for taking part, Allyson. And we will be back Monday with another 1-star review, but don't worry, we're not going anywhere yet because loads is still to come. Allyson, do the jingle. Coming up in the next part of the show, we're going to be doing our Agony Aunt section where myself and Allyson try and solve your problems in our Agony Aunties part of the show. We're going to be playing a competitive game of true or false, which is movie related because it's themed Friday and the theme is movies today. Also, we're going to be talking about the greatest movies of all time. So if you have a movie you'd like us to talk about, get in touch. And it's day 3 of our Christmas Advent calendar. So we need to get to the celebrity.
You're doing. She's getting very good at talking through my humming. Yeah, I want to say, Hayley, you are really you're getting very focused. And initially, she couldn't do it, and now she's asking for the background music. So
I quite enjoy it, but then I only get distracted when I watch you do it, and I see your shoulders moving
because I dance a little.
Yeah, you dance a little to it. So there you go. It's Agony Aunties time. Allyson is very good at this section because she's a good person. Me, not so much so. What we do is we take your problems and we try and solve them. Hashtag probably make things worse for you. Just a disclaimer, Allyson. Can we do the disclaimer?
We are not professionally trained speakers. We're not professionally trained speakers, everyone, let alone therapists. We are not professionally trained therapists. What we are 2 people that want to just listen. We want to listen. We want to share. We also like to encourage our listeners. If you think you have a bit of advice for somebody sending in a problem, by all means, let us know. Sometimes you lived through an experience and somebody's going through it right now. You might have a great piece of advice. So we just do this because we want to encourage people to share. Let's get the answers out there. So that is what we do. Not professionally trained, but definitely we care and we're here. And thank you for sharing all your problems with us.
Yes, so, if you have a problem, by the way, and you want us to answer it this morning, get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say. If you're watching us on your Echo show, if you're listening on an audio-only Echo, head over to backchannel.tv and you can get involved with the chat that way. So, first question is from Kerry in Texas.
Okay.
She said, my housemate has her boyfriend to stay for days at a time. And while he's nice, clean, tidy, and they mostly keep to themselves, having another body in the house obviously affects how quickly we can get through household objects. Is it unreasonable of me to start asking him to cough up? Don't ask him to cough, Kerry, not at this problematic
Not during
time.
These times. Kerry, are you specifically talking toilet paper? Let's just get right to it. Is it toilet paper? Is that the issue? That is always the issue for me when someone comes around. I was like, no, I have budgeted those 50 toilet rolls. Look, I don't think it's unreasonable. I really don't. I do think, though, that the best thing to do is maybe have a chat with your housemate as opposed to him. I would chat with her and just be like, look, we're going through, I don't want to make him uncomfortable. He's great. I love having him here. But I do find we are going through certain things a bit quicker. How do you agree? You could ask her, do you think that, do you agree? I mean, how many times have you been stuck on the toilet without any paper? I'm just wondering, does that happen to you? Or, and I think I would directly have just a polite communication about that, because if you're separating the emotions from the actual logistics of what's going on, if you just say, I love him, he's a great guy, I just find we're going through these things a bit quicker, would you mind picking him? I'm sure your flatmate would not mind, because it's not like you're saying, I don't want him here, I don't like him. It's nothing like that. You're simply saying, we're running out of ketchup and toilet paper faster than I like. How do we deal with this? Yeah.
If you've just joined us on the Hayley and Allyson show, we are trying to solve your problems here today. And this problem was from Kerry from Texas, who said her housemate has her boyfriend to stay for days at a time. She said they're getting through stuff really quickly. Is it unreasonable of me to start asking him to cough up? What I would say, Kerry, is double the rent. Treble it. Treble the rent and just say, listen, I'm going to add on all the extra costs, and then they'll probably move out. You can get a new lodger. There you go, Kerry. Another problem solved, Allyson.
But you know what, Carrie? Then you're going to end up, what are you going to start looking for? A single lodger, a single lonely lodger who's needy. I mean, then you're going to be like, God, I wish I had the toilet paper hoarders. Gosh, this one. So also, Carrie, let's look at what is it? The saying, a gift horse in the mouth? Is that the saying? I don't think that is exactly.
It is a saying, and I don't know why we say that. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. What does that even mean?
This could be your gift horse, that mouth you're looking in. So sometimes always think, the situation you're in could not be that bad. I mean, maybe just point it out, maybe indirectly to them. And when you're in the kitchen, you're going to, oh, have we run out of ketchup again? Would somebody mind running to get? I think the most efficient thing is just to talk to your roommate directly, so they know, because that's the person you're living with. That's,
I mean, and that's a very good answer, Allyson. But what I would do is be passive aggressive and leave notes on everything.
Post-its.
Hayley's. One sheet of toilet paper per use, please. Be really petty. Be petty. Here we go. Ali, another problem for you. Harriet from London. Good morning, Harriet.
Hi, Harriet.
She says, I work in the city for a large business with lots of employees. I could just imagine people who work in the city with shoulder pads, don't you?
Yes.
Anyway,
big business. Is that what you're thinking? Bette Midler and yeah.
I mean, I am, yeah. But anyway, she says, when the pandemic hit, we were all sent to work from home, and I love it. Mm-hmm. Now they're really pushing us to come back, but I just can't face it. I want to keep working from home. Is it drastic just to quit?
Well, Harriet, yes, I think just quitting is drastic. Have you even tried having a conversation about how you feel you're more efficient and that you are a better worker from home? I mean, sometimes when we approach it that way, in that you feel you're getting more done at home, plead your case. I would plead your case first to your employer before you abandon. Is this a job, though, too, that you want to continue on doing? I mean, maybe this makes you think, well, maybe I'll start to look for a different job where I can work from home. I guess it's drastic to just quit, but I mean, I don't want to encourage you to not leave a job that you're not happy at, right? Like if you're unhappy, but if you haven't even had a conversation about working from home, I think that's your first step. And I think you should be honest with your employer, plead your case, tell all the reasons why it is that you think you should stay at home, how you're more efficient at home. Maybe see if they could, is there would they allow you to go in once a week, maybe twice? I don't know. Maybe can you find a happy medium? But I think your first step, you gotta be a grown up, put your big grown up pants on and have a discussion with the boss. That's what I think.
Do you know what I would say as well, Harriet? And this is actually quite a genuine point from me. Usually I just do silly answers. But what I would say is I think a lot of people have found it hard readjusting to real life after the pandemic and going back into this, because we've been sort of isolated from everyone. And now it's understandable to have that anxiety about going back. I think, just see how you get on when you go back, because what you might find is that you just really quickly go, oh, it's not as bad as what I remember. And if that's not the case, like Allyson said, maybe you can speak to your boss, see if you can do a couple of days from home still. I know a few of my friends have had that agreement now. They do a few days in the office, a few days from home still. And if you're still not happy by then, don't make yourself miserable. Yeah, quit. If you can get something else and you're not happy there, life's too short to be miserable in a job you don't like. So there you go. That's my advice, Harriet. That was quite serious for me, wasn't it, Allyson?
Hayley, I was very impressed with you. That was really good. That was really good. Or just, go in and be obnoxious so they want you to work from home. There's my Hayley answer. Now we're switching roles. What you got to do is go in and be really obnoxious, make a mess, annoy people, cough over their desks.
Is be like Benedict Cumberbatch, not have a wash, and then people be like, go home.
We prefer it when she's working from home. It's much more efficient and it smells nicer. So those are some options for you there, Harriet. Some serious and some fun ones.
There we go. Allyson, have you got a problem you'd like me to solve? Not yours personally, from a listener.
I do. We have John. Hey, John from Toronto.
Do you know him?
Hey, because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'm Canadian. I've mentioned it a few
times.
No,
you are not.
I am. I bleed maple syrup. Okay, here we go. John from Toronto. I am 25 and I've started saving for a mortgage so I can finally get a foot on the housing ladder. All right, don't brag, John. No, I'm kidding. So your foot, so you can have a housing ladder. But all my friends are going on holiday and are out having fun. I feel like I'm sacrificing these things just to save for the future. Is it okay to splash the cash or should I keep being responsible? Hayley, what are your initial thoughts on this one?
I mean, you're 25 and you can afford a mortgage. Are you single, John? Could you maybe give us your number? The command to give to your device is the word "safe," followed by your phone number and your annual income. That'd be great. I think your friends, if you want to do that, John, then absolutely save for house. Don't feel pressure from your friends and stuff, because you'll enjoy those things later on in life when they're struggling and still living at home with their parents. So while they're like, oh God, they're in their 30s now, and they'll be like, oh, wish I had my own house. I'm still living with my mom. And you'll be like, oh, I'm off on a night out now because I've got my mortgage. So, John, do what you do, John. That's not an answer. That I hate it when people do that. You do you.
You do you. Okay, thanks for not giving me any input on my problem. John, I think I want to congratulate you. Look, you're very smart to be thinking about your future right now in regards to having a house and getting on that housing ladder. Well done, you. The only thing that I'm going to say is I just don't want you to be missing out on some experiences in life. So I don't want to say spend all your cash, but I do want you to enjoy yourself. You're 25, and I think you should give yourself a couple occasions, maybe once or twice a month, where you do splash a bit of cash. I think maybe as you're budgeting, you need to give yourself a little flexibility and give yourself a little play section of money, so you can go and do a few things now and again, just because, again, you're young and I don't want you to miss out on doing things. But I really want to congratulate you. Good for you. Good for you for wanting to get your foot on that housing ladder, because a lot of people may never. They're saying a lot of people will rent forever. So if this is something that is important to you, I think you will be very proud of yourself later on when you have your own place and everyone is still, like Hayley said, living with their parents. But I do want you to give yourself a little bit of freedom. So I think you need to really look at your money, make sure you give yourself a chance to enjoy life a little bit, as well as still saving. I know it's not a perfect answer, but I think that's what you need to do, because I feel already that you feel you're missing out on a few things, and I don't want you feeling that at 25.
Yeah. We don't want you feeling that, John. But like I say, get in touch. Let us know where you're living. So let us know what you look like. Send in a photo. I'll give you my home address later on. So this is time of the show where producer Will likes to ask Allyson a little question, see if she can solve it.
Thanks, Hayley. Okay, this question is from Taylor. Taylor is from Michigan, and here's what I have to say.
Okay.
Some of the things that used to excite me when I was younger, or that I used to look forward to, are now boring or feel tedious. How do I know when I'm old? That's a loaded question. We wouldn't know.
I don't know.
Because we're so youthful.
I am
and
full
gorgeous.
of youth. I'm so youthful.
I wasn't in bed by 9 o'clock yesterday. I don't know what you're talking about.
Certainly not. 10:30 is not past my bedtime.
At the club.
At the club. That's where I
Nice.
was. Yeah, dancing. Is that what people dance still in
Do
clubs?
people still go out dancing?
Is that what they do?
I think so.
Yeah, exactly. They do a
Pretty sure.
foxtrot or so.
Yeah. Oh, I was doing the waltz with the lovely young dame.
It was tangoing. Okay, so how do you know when you're old? Well, you're only as old as you feel. There's my answer, right?
Yeah.
How do you know when you're old? I don't know. Do you feel old? And I think our what we like to do does change as we get older, because when we're young, I hate to say it, but our brains are filled with ridiculous stuff. We're concerned with a lot of people that we don't need to be concerned about. As you get older, you begin to realize that a lot of your friends are actually just acquaintances. So
Mhm.
there's not that need to run around and be with all these different types of people all the time. We start to slow down and go, no, I appreciate me, my life, the things that I want to do, as opposed to running to be doing things for everyone else, which when I think we're young, we're looking to showcase and fit in and be like, oh, look at, I'm like everyone else. But as we get older, we begin to realize that our choices in our life are what's important to us. And so I don't know. How do you know when you're old? I mean, my grandmother was 97 and she said she didn't feel old because she believed that, she was living her life and doing what she wanted. And so I think what you need to do is start to focus on the things that do inspire you and make you feel excited, because I think you're going to be able to realize that there's a million things out there that you like, and maybe just what your interests are changing. And once you get in and find those things that you like, you're going to feel youthful again. You're going to be like, no, this is what I'm into. So
Mhm.
transitional times, don't let that worry you or make you feel like, oh God, am I old? No, what you're doing is entering a new stage of life, and once you embrace that, I'm telling you, you will feel younger anyway by just doing the things that you love. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I think it's not got anything to do with age, because it's only natural that as we progress, that we kind of get bored or we get tired of the things that we used to find fun or whatever.
Yeah.
But so really, it's an opportunity um, to, yeah, as you said, to find the new things that excite you and that you enjoy doing and that you want to spend your time doing, and yeah, they'll fill you with excitement.
Yeah.
Um,
Because also,
Good.
if I may say, between Will and I, we won't go into specific ages, but there's some differences in our ages.
There's a gap.
But the more I talk to Will, the more I realize he is actually very much the same type of person that I am. We enjoy our home time. We enjoy movies. We enjoy, I mean,
Yeah.
sure, we love going clubbing now and again, obviously. But,
Hmm.
and there is an age gap. But the way we live our lives is pretty similar, I have to say. So to me, I'm like, age is irrelevant. It's finding how you want to live your life. And once you settle into the way you want to live your life, I'm telling you, you'll be like, you just feel young because you're happy with where you're at. Yeah.
Exactly. Young man, an old man in a young man's body. That's what I hear you saying, Ellie.
You are an old man in a young man's body. You have a very old spirit.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. A mature spirit.
She says, Taylor, how do I know when I'm old? You start sleeping with a leg pillow. That was the first sign for me.
That's a good one.
Your arches fall. There you go.
Your arches fall. You wake up in pain every day. You never stop aching.
Yeah, you start saying things like, "Oh, isn't it mild?"
Mild.
Mild.
Stamp out. Stamp out today.
Oh, I can feel it in my knee.
I can feel it in me knee.
I can feel it in my... It's going to rain. I can feel it in my knee. That's how you know.
That's how
you need to sit down a lot as well, Taylor. If you're sitting, I just need to have a sit down. Love a sit down, me. There we go. That was our ugly anti-section. Thanks, producer Will. If you have a problem you'd like us to talk about here on the Hayley and Allyson Show, get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say. If you're watching on an Echo show, or hop onto backchannel.tv, get involved with the chat that way. But coming up now, right this very second, is our true or false game.
True or false?
True or false, sorry, I had a moment there. True or false, we play a very competitive game. Myself and Allyson June Smith go head to head and see who can win the week. What's the score at the minute, Ali?
Well,
who's winning?
On the official score post-it that my dog did try to eat, so it's a good thing that I saved that.
Professional on this show, no budget.
We have. So I wasn't here Monday, so we're not counting Monday, although Will and you tied, I believe, on Monday.
No, I won. Allyson.
Okay. Okay.
But we're not counting that, apparently.
No, we're not. Tuesday, I was back again, and Hayley and I did tie. You can't see you won. We tied that one.
Okay.
Then Wednesday, Hayley won.
Mhm.
And then Thursday, Hayley won.
So,
which brings
so
us to Friday.
I've won already. I tell you what, Allyson. Let's make this a little bit more. Actually, I'm not going to say if you get this, you win, because
she won't put that out there because she knows. She knows. She's like,
I know. So
if
you'll
I
probably get it.
lose, then she's set up for the weekend, and I feel sorry for her husband and the baby, her boyfriend and the baby, and yeah. I don't want
I'll
her
take it out on them. Yeah. So we're playing. You just playing to have some sort of level of what's the word, Allyson?
Dignity.
Dignity.
I'm trying to get some dignity.
So it's a themed Friday, as always, here on the Hayley and Allyson show. The theme today is movies. We're going to be discussing very shortly the best movies of all time. If you have a movie that you think is the best film, let us know here on the show. We'll maybe chat about it a little bit later. But this is a movie theme, true or false, Allyson? And would you like to go first, or would you like to go second?
I will go. I think. Did you go first yesterday? Should I go first today? I can't remember. I'll go. I'll go first. I'll go first today. You ask me. We'll do it that way. Okay.
True or false? True or false? Elizabeth Taylor. I don't know why I said Elizabeth. Elizabeth Taylor married the same man twice, but is that true or is it false?
I believe I remember reading an article about this. I think Liz Taylor did marry the same man twice. I believe that is true. I believe that is true.
It is true, because it was a really easy question, that, for the first one. So I wonder why you wanted to go first. Yeah, she did. She married the same. Let me have a look, actually. I didn't look at the answers because I knew it was correct. It doesn't say who she married twice. Is it Richard Burton? Was it that one? Producer Will, can you let us know Elizabeth Taylor's love life timeline? Who did she marry twice?
Did she divorce him twice as well, or did she stay with this one?
I'm not too sure. I think it was Richard Burton. That was the name, wasn't it? But let us know, Producer Will. Here he is.
Here he is. Yes, it was Richard Burton.
Well done, Hayley.
But Richard Burton wasn't... Oh, I need to sit in the middle. Richard Burton wasn't her last husband, so I feel like she did divorce him twice.
Okay.
And she got married. She went on to get married 2 more times after that, after she was married to Richard Burton. So, I mean, Liz Taylor married 8 times to 7 men. Me, single for 2 years.
Yeah, but Will, you're in your 20s. Myself and Allyson, we're going to be very old brides at this rate.
But our marriage will last. When we get married at 80, it will be the one and only marriage.
You'll know it'll stick.
I should hope so. Don't want him divorcing me in my 90s. Anyway, Liz Taylor, yeah, she did get married to the same man twice because she loved wedding cake. We're playing true or false here on the Hayley and Allyson show. Get involved if you would like to guess true or false. If you're watching us on an Echo show, the command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess. Or if you are listening on an audio-only Echo, head to backchannel.tv and you can get involved with the chat that way. So, true or false? It's my turn now, Allyson. Do you have a question for me?
I do. True or false, Hayley? Moonlight won Best Picture in 2018. Moonlight won Best Picture in 2018. Is that true or is it false?
Now, if you can help me out if you're listening, because I've never seen Moonlight. Is that with Cher?
Might have been with Cher, but
Producer
I don't.
Will, can you let me know?
Was that Moonlighting?
Oh yeah, that was Moonlighting. Yeah.
Did
Moonlight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've not seen the film. Did it win an Oscar? If you're listening at home, let me know, please, because I need some help with this one. Did Moonlight win Best Picture in 2018? If you're watching us on an Echo show and can see the pillar creases on our faces, what you need to do to get in touch is in the name of your device, followed by the word say, followed by true or false. Let us know what you think, or whatever you would like to tell us within reason. Or if you're listening on an audio only Echo, hop onto backchannel.tv, get involved with the chat that way. Moonlight won Best Picture in 2018. Yes, Producer Will.
What would you like to know about Moonlight?
Who's in it?
Nobody you've ever heard of.
Okay. Was it Moonlighting? The movie with Cher in it.
Oh, please. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, please.
We're just asking a load of facts just to delay me from answering this question.
Just so you know, for those of you listening, we'll repeat the question. It's a true or false question. We are trying to figure out. Moonlight won Best Picture in 2018. Is that true or is that false? And then Hayley asked, is Moonlighting, or no, is Moonlight the one with Cher? I said I think it was Moonlighting.
We're making this very complicated.
You're so close. It's not Moonlighting. It's not Moonlights.
Moonlit?
Moonshine, Moon Cup.
Imagine the moon. Imagine you're walking along the road and the moon hit you with its car. You've been moonstruck.
Moonstruck.
I wouldn't have said struck. I would have gone moon injury.
Moon injury.
Anyway, thank you, producer Will. We're making this far complicated. I'm gonna make a guess. Moonlight won Best Picture in 2018. I'm gonna go no.
You're gonna say false?
I'm gonna say false.
Because no is not an answer. So false is
okay. Very pedantic.
She's going false. Well, Hayley, good start to a Friday. You are absolutely correct. It is false. Moonlight won Best Picture in 2017.
So it did win, but just not that year.
And wasn't that also the film that someone said the wrong film? So they said, oh, this film won. And then everyone was like, no, that's a mistake. No, it was Moonlight. I believe that was the big controversy at that time. 2017.
I did not know that. Here we go. True or false? Competitive true or false with Hayley and Allyson here on the Hayley and Allyson show. Producer Will has said that Moonlight is about a young African-American boy. He finds guidance in Juan, who teaches him to carve his own path as he grows up in Miami. Yeah. And Juan's advice leaves a lasting impression on him. So I'm sure it's a fantastic film. And I'm quite sure it was.
That is what happened at the awards. They read the wrong movie. And then they were like, sorry, it is Moonlight. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want that happening, do you? At the Oscars. True or false, Allyson?
Okay.
Val Kilmer was offered the role of Johnny in the movie Dirty Dancing. Is it true or is it false? I couldn't imagine anyone other than Patrick Swayze doing that role.
No. I mean, I can't imagine anyone playing any of the roles that Patrick Swayze has played, which is why I had a problem with the remake of Point Break, but don't get me started. All right, Val Kilmer.
Move on.
I know. Was offered the role of Johnny in the movie Dirty Dancing. True or false? I mean,
if you could sigh for longer, that would be great. Great content.
my instincts tells me that is. I'm going to say true. I think he maybe was offered the role. I'm going to say true. I think Val Kilmer was offered the role of Johnny in the movie Dirty Dancing. True.
Let's have a look. Val Kilmer. That is true. He was offered the role of Johnny in the movie Dirty Dancing, and I, for one, I'm glad he turned that down because it's perfect with Patrick Swayze, and I couldn't imagine anything else other than him being in that film. I love that film. Who doesn't? In fact, we should do that for the 1-star review because I'd love to hear what people give Dirty Dancing 1 stars.
Anyone who does that, I'd be like, "It's you. You've got the problem.
It's you. It's not me. It's definitely you. It is. It's you."
Isn't that interesting though? Yeah, Val Kilmer offered the role of Johnny in the movie Dirty Dancing, said no. I bet you Val is kicking himself now. He's kicking himself in the Kilmer, going, I should have taken that. I should have taken that job because that's a movie that lasted forever. Amazing.
Timeless classic. Allegedly, I watched a bit of a behind the scenes on Dirty Dancing. It's alleged that him and the lady who played, I can't remember her name, who played Baby, they didn't get on. Patrick Swayze and Baby. Johnny and Baby.
Jennifer Grant?
Yes, Jennifer Grey. They apparently didn't get on off screen. But you wouldn't have guessed that on screen. It's like me and Allyson. You think we're really good friends off screen.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry. So it's
this
lovely
out.
to see you, Allyson. What a ray of sunshine here.
Nobody puts Hayley in a corner. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
That was the name of one of my shows one year.
Nobody puts
Hayley in a corner, yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Didn't get any reviews. Waste of money. So, true or false? One for me, Ellie. I don't know what the score is. Have you been keeping score?
Yes, I have. It is 2 for me, 1 for you, but that is only because you've only been asked 1 so far. So here we go.
Okay.
True or false?
True or false?
True or false? Meg Ryan played Tom Cruise's love interest in the movie Top Gun. Is that true or is it false?
I know this. It's false. I can't think of a name. I think it's Kelly someone played the love interest. It definitely wasn't Meg Ryan. 100% wasn't. So that is false.
Yes, you are correct. I won't even try and make you wait because you knew. It is false. It was Kelly McGillis. Played Tom's love interest. Yes, not Meg Ryan. Well done, Hayley. We are now 2 for 2.
Allyson, we're in deadlock. It's like penalties, but who is going to fail? Doesn't matter because I've won overall. So, true or false? Jaws was originally released in the summer of 1975, but is that true or is that false? The film Jaws was released in the summer of 1975. True or false, AJ?
Oh, I'm going to say that is. I'm going to say false. I'm saying false.
Okay. I can tell you, Allyson, that you are completely wrong because it's true.
Oh, shoot. I was going to say true and then I went with false. Always trust your gut, everyone. That's what we're learning. Okay. Yeah. Released 1975. So is it a trick question? Is it like it was originally released then, but...
We're looking for these trickster ones because sometimes producer will go, will make, be quite pedantic and we'll be like, that's not fair. But no, that was just a standard question. Was released in 1975, Allyson. Jaws. Right. So my question.
Okay. True or false, Hayley? Mindy. Oh, yeah. Kaling. Thank you. Yeah. Mindy Kaling played Miss Whatsit in the movie A Wrinkle in Time. Is that true or is it false? Mindy Kaling played Miss Whatsit in the movie A Wrinkle in Time.
I can tell you, Allyson, for the purpose of the tape, that I have not seen A Wrinkle in Time. So this is a pure guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Mrs. Whatsit. It's like they forgot her name, isn't it?
Mrs. Whatsit played that part.
Mrs. Whatsit. Yeah, Mrs. Whatsit. I'm gonna say false. False.
Hayley, good guess. See, even your guessing instincts are on point. False. Mindy played Miss Who. She did not play Miss Whatsit.
She played who? Miss Who. Amazing. She did play Miss Whatsit. It was Miss Whosit. There we go. Well done. I won. Well done, me.
You did. Hayley, you won today. You won the week.
And I win every day because I get to do a show with you, Allyson.
Oh, look at that. Was sweet, even though you're just happy you won. But thank you for turning into a shared love between us. Congratulations, Hayley. You really did outdo yourself this week. You've done a great job. I want you to know you know you're true and false. I don't know what else to say. There's the official post-it, everyone. Hayley
official post-it.
You can see my dog is eating the end there.
No expense spared here on the Hayley and Allyson show this morning. That was competitive. True or false? We are on a themed Friday. We choose a different theme every week, and producer Will preps a show, and we discuss that theme for the whole of the 2 hours. Some people say that's too long, but not us. Here on the Hayley and Allyson show, and we're talking movies this week. It's a themed movie Friday, and we're talking about the 100 greatest movies of all time according to Empire Online. Allyson, what do you think is the number 1 greatest movie of all time?
Oh God, I mean, let's say I'm going to go with a classic. Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind, I'm going to say, is the number 1 movie of all time.
Okay. Completely incredible, and actually quite shocked what number 1 is, because it's The Lord of the Rings according to Empire Online.
No, not having it. I don't accept that. I mean, Lord of the Rings, the all time. Do you know what though? Okay, I guess it is pretty spectacular. It's filmed beautifully.
It's not the greatest film of all time. I mean, it's one of those questions. It's like talking about the greatest song of all time. Everyone has different tastes. We're never probably going to agree on it. But
How
not
did
for
they
me.
come to this conclusion? Did they give any sort of? I didn't read the details, but
No idea, Alison.
No.
But there we go. So number 2, according to Empire magazine, was Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Number 3,
Yeah.
we're getting better. Number 3, The Godfather. Of course, The Godfather is in the top 10.
It's up there. Yeah.
Number 4, The Dark Knight, which is the one with Heath Ledger was in.
Really? I'm not saying it's not a great film, but of all time, that's interesting. It's up there. Okay. Yeah. No problem.
All time. Number 5, one of my favorites, as is a lot of people's, The Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Great film. Great film.
Such
So
a
many
great film.
wonderful moments in that. Yeah.
Yep. Number 6 is Jaws. We
Hey.
just spoke about it, released in 1975, the summer.
I agree. I think that movie stands the test of times. If you watch Jaws now, it's still just as scary and well done, and you buy into the shark. I agree with that. Sorry, Hayley, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, not at all, Alison. I had nothing to say anyway. You weren't cutting me off. Number 7 was Pulp Fiction in the films of all time. Number 8, again, not one for me, but voted as an Empire Online as one of the top 10 films of all time. Number 8, Avengers Infinity War.
See, I feel like Empire might have a lot of male viewers and listeners. That's all I'm saying. This is a very boy-heavy. Okay, yeah, all right. Continue on. What else do we have?
Number 9, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I completely agree with that.
That is a good one.
It's always on during the holidays as well. You know, it's sort of Christmas sort of time when they start putting the Indiana Jones films out. Get your words out, Hayley. Never mind Indiana Jones films out. And number 10, Goodfellas again. Did we say Goodfellas? Oh no, it was Godfather. There you go. What's your favourite film of all time, Ali?
Oh, it would not be on this list. I'll for sure tell you, it would not be on this list.
I'll have a little look for you. You tell me what it is.
Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 Dream Warriors.
No, it's not on there.
It's not on there. Heathers would be another one that I put up there. Heathers.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant film.
Yeah.
But that's a great film.
Heathers is a fantastic film. If you've not seen Heathers, I mean, it has Winona Ryder. It has an young Christian Slater. It has, who is it from Beverly Hills 90210? What was her name again? Oh, I can't believe I'm blanking on her name. But it was just a great film about, the cool girls and the cool kids, and they get taught a lesson, but then in the end it's like, yeah, it's a great flick. It used to be I was sick at home and my dad would go rent that movie for me and bring me chicken soup. So I think that's why Heathers is already, touched my soul.
Alison's favorite film. I was quite shocked, actually. I just looked through the whole 100 films, and I just can't believe this film isn't in there. There's
Is it us? Our favorite film?
Yeah, not a single mention of Grease 2.
That's garbage. That is garbage. We all know.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we all know. Maybe we should have a themed Friday just on Grease 2 one day.
I don't think anyone would listen other than me or you, Alison. I don't think we want to rule out our listenership. People tuning in. What's the theme? Grease 2? Yeah, we're off. But speaking, a lot of people consider Grease 2 to be a bad movie, but not me and Alison. One of our favourites. But speaking of bad movies, Empire also did a list of the 50 worst movies of all time. What do you think made number 1?
I think... well, I know the worst horror movie ever made is called Troll Hunter. I'm sure it's not on that list, but that is one of the worst. Everyone has voted it one of the worst movies ever made. I'm gonna say, okay. What's the one with what's her name? And it's the dancing Showgirls. That would be one that I think got a really bad rating. Is it on there?
Showgirls is on the list. It's not number 1. I think it's number 50 actually. Showgirls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's quite high up. But yeah, when you think of bad films, people instantly think of Showgirls. Number 49, Showgirls was. It's on that list. So it always is, isn't it, Showgirls? But number 1, I don't think you would have guessed this one. It's Batman and Robin.
No, I wouldn't have guessed
apparently it gained nearly 3 times as many votes as the next entry in the worst movie of all time on Empire Online. It's the one that stars Alicia Silverstone, who's playing Batgirl. George Clooney's in it. Now, what the critics said is it's quite a lineup of a cast, but what lends the movie cohesion and integrity is the fact that all those involved have come up with their worst imaginable performances. That's a pretty bad review, isn't it? Pretty bad review, but there you go. Batman and Robin was directed by Joel Schumacher. Arnold Schwarzenegger was in that one as well, playing Arnold. But there we go. That was number 1. Number 2, I'll tell you the top 10. And number 2 was Battlefield Earth.
Okay.
Number 3 is the Love Guru with Mike Myers.
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't even waste my time with that. That looked like a.
Did you say you seen Battlefield Earth?
Yeah. Yeah, I watched Battlefield Earth. Yeah, I bought into it, but I like cheesy sci-fi. So to me, I can get why people are like, it's one of the worst movies. It's up there. But I enjoyed it.
Now, I've never seen Allyson, but I know why it's on one of the worst movies already, because I just read this sentence. John Travolta stars as a dreadlocked 9-foot-tall alien. Straight away, that's going in the bin.
Hey? No, come on. You don't want to watch John Travolta be a 9-foot dreadlocked alien? If you don't want to see that, I think you guys have the problem. That's all I'm saying. That is quite a role to be given to John Travolta.
It stars Forrest Whitaker, who's a brilliant actor. But apparently the redeeming feature is when viewed as a comedy, it's really funny. But it's not a comedy. Apparently, it's pretty much what the critics have said. Listen to this, Allyson. The critics said about Battlefield Earth, it's pretty much the Showgirls of sci-fi. Oh! That's not good.
And yet Showgirls is so far down, and that is up higher. Wow. Okay.
Wow, yeah. Number 3 was a Love Guru of Mike Myers. That bad. I've never even heard of it. Number 4 is Raise the Titanic. So...
I didn't even know that existed. No.
There we go. But Raise the Titanic, it's not a sequel, by the way. Epic Movie was number 5. I've not heard of a lot of these, and probably because they're bad. Number 6 was Heaven's Gate. Number 7 was Sex Lives of the Potato Men. Number 8 is The Happening, which is M. Night Shyamalan. That was him film. So I wonder why that got so bad, because he's quite there you go. And Highlander 2 was number 9. And at number 10 was The Room. So I'm just having a quick look. Number 12 is the film Norbit, which stars Eddie Murphy. And I watched that with my partner, and I was like, this is awful. And he thought it was the funniest thing of all time. Because there's a scene in it where one of the characters, so she's quite a big woman. And as she's getting out of the car horn constantly beeps because her boobs are touching the horn of the car, right? And my partner thought it was hilarious. And as I was getting out of the car one day, I accidentally did it as well. So that wasn't as funny then. There you go. Just a quick look through. Catwoman's in there. Catwoman was slated, wasn't it? White Chicks, which people love. People absolutely love that film. Not for me. I can't suspend my disbelief. No. But they're in prosthetics. And Jaws the Revenge.
The Revenge.
There's lots of films in there. Speed 2. It can't happen again. Yes, it can. And on a boat. Glitter, starring Mariah Carey, is in there. I completely forgot about that one.
Oh, yeah. You bet you forgot about that one. But that should have been higher on the list. Yep.
The Sweetest Thing with Cameron Diaz. I loved that film. Absolutely loved it.
Did you?
Yeah, it's very poor taste, but I loved it. Generally, I love Cameron Diaz, though. She seems like a good egg. But we're talking the worst films and the best films of all time. If you've got a worst film you've ever seen, have you ever walked out the cinema, Allyson?
I almost walked out of a cinema one time when they, going back to Nightmare on Elm Street, when they redid I am obsessed. It's my favorite all-time, like, kind of cheesy horror movie series. When they redid the Nightmare on Elm Street and redid the original, I almost threw my drink at the screen. I was pretty angry, but I love Robert Englund, so it was really it was upsetting for me. It was upsetting for me, to say the least. So yeah, I almost walked out. Have you ever walked out of a movie?
Yeah, well, yes, I have. And I tell you what it was, as a comedian, and I'd only just started gigging, and maybe I wasn't even a comedian, I just liked comedy. It was the one where they told that joke called The Aristocrats.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole film was just them not explaining the joke, but not the joke. And I was like, this surely can't go on. And it went on and on. I was like, no, I've got to leave. I hadn't started comedy at that point. I was just interested in comedy, and I just thought it was the worst thing I've ever seen. And also Jurassic Park 3, I think it was one of the Jurassic Parks. I was like, I'm bored, and I love Jurassic Park. The first two, brilliant. One of the Jurassic Parks, I was like, I can't. I need to go. My time is valuable.
Yeah.
I've just quickly Googled the worst remakes of all time in Hollywood history. Now, Point Break is on there, actually, Allyson.
Yeah, because it didn't need to be remade. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to be so passionate, but
it's a breakfast show. Keep it light. I'm just having a quick look through. Yeah, Point Break was on there. The Longest Yard. Charlie's Angels, that's been remade quite a few times. I think it's been remade again recently, hasn't it?
Oh,
Ghostbusters. I like Ghostbusters just because it starred women. Anyway, let's not go into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ghostbusters was good. Kate McKinnon is for amazing. And then my article has froze. So that's the end of that.
That's it.
Worst remakes of all time. My worst remake of all time. I'm a big Footloose fan. They remade it. Awful. Woeful film.
Did Kevin Bacon even do a cameo in the remake?
He didn't.
Then it's garbage. Then it's garbage, in my opinion.
Oh, there we go. We're talking the best films of all time and the worst films of all time. If you would like to get involved with the chat, the command to give to your device, if you're watching us on an Echo show, is you say the name of your device. I can't say it because she goes mad. The name of your device, followed by the word say, and whatever you would like to tell us. Let us know what your favourite film is of all time, or the worst film you've ever seen. Or if you're listening on an audio-only Echo, hop on to backchannel.tv. You can get involved with the chat that way. Producer Will, what is your worst film you've ever seen, and have you left the cinema?
I don't think I've ever walked out of the cinema. There was something recently that me and my housemate were watching, and we turned it off. It was called Tick 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 Boom. Okay,
that's a lyric, isn't it, from the Will Smith song?
Yeah, it is. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Tick, 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 tick.
Okay,
boom.
no. This was okay. I'm gonna be super professional and Google it whilst I'm talking.
Do it.
This is the content people tune in for, Will.
Of course
You're
they do.
typing away.
Super prepared. It's about it's starring Andrew Garfield, and it's about the making of Rent, the musical.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Andrew Garfield plays the guy who made Rent, and the problem is that we hadn't seen Rent, and we didn't know anything about it. So we thought we'd like it. We thought we'd like Tick Tick Boom because it was all about like musicals and it had Andrew Garfield in it. But we were just like, "What's going on? What's
It's pretty niche-y into Rent." Yeah,
And the other problem was that we talked through like the first 10 minutes of it. Like we put
that
the
is
movie
your
on,
problem, Will.
and then
talked
through the first 10 minutes of it, and then we were like, "What's going on? Why does this movie make any sense? Why don't we know what's happening?" And we were like, maybe because we just talked all the way through it.
We talked, yeah.
Do you know what I did? When I go home at Christmas to see my mother, she will ask her Echo device lots of questions during a film, which is really annoying. So she'll say, "Echo, how old is this person? Oh, did they look good for 68?"
Yeah.
And the whole film is just her asking her device people's ages. And
my mum is exactly the same. She'll sit down with her, she'll get her blanket on, she'll get a cup of hot tea, and then she'll get her iPad with IMDb open, and then as we're watching the movie, she'll just feed us little bits of trivia that nobody asked for. Oh, did you know that was filmed in Quebec? Oh, it was almost so-and-so who played this role. Or, oh, did you know that she was almost in the film? I'm like, mother, for goodness sake. That's one of my pet peeves. My other pet peeve is when I'm watching a movie so I'll sit down with somebody, neither of us have seen the movie before, and they're asking me questions like I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Why are they doing that? I'm like, sir, we have the same level of information about what's happening in the
Why have you turned into a Charles Dickens novel?
It's a
Why,
man.
sir?
So, miss, we have the same level of information about what's happening in this movie. Don't ask me like I know that, in life, I've kind of got my act together. I kind of know what's happening. I seem quite a together with it kind of person. But when it comes to a movie, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's frustrating when people
don't
do
really
that.
wound me up.
My partner does. I know you've been
really wound me up.
My partner does that a lot. He's got like, "What's going on here? I've seen the same as you."
Yeah. We're watching
there we go,
sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Miss.
Boy, what year is it? What day is it, boy? Why, it's Christmas.
Here's threepence. Go and buy yourself a turkey.
Thank you, producer Will.
Good day.
Good day. This is the Hayley and Allyson show here on Backchannel, here till 8 a.m. Get involved with the show. If you're watching on a Echo show, the command to give to your device is the word say. Or if you are listening on an Echo audio-only device, hop onto backchannel.tv on your phone. You can get involved with the chat that way, and do, because we love to hear from you. It is time, Allyson, for our final advent calendar of the week.
Yes.
It's our virtual advent calendar because it's not real. And behind our door is a celebrity guest. Now, we're going to give you 10 clues, and we want you to guess who the celebrity is. When we finally reveal, when I finally get the word out, when we finally reveal who the celebrity is, we want you to take their first initial. Now, we've given you 2 celebrities this week. We've had Rihanna, and we've had the celebrity that was yesterday,
Adam Levine.
Adam Levine. So you've got 2 initials, R and A, and the initial from today's celebrity, you will take that away, and next week it will spell a word. And if you get that right, you will win nothing. You'll win nothing, but it's a fun thing to do, isn't it? It's fun. Yeah. Get involved with the show. So we're going to give you 10 clues now. We want you to guess who the celebrity is. So clue number 1. He was born in 1979 in Wales. There you go. Clue number 2. He's an Aries. Listen, if you can get it from these clues, you'll probably have a restraining order against this celebrity. If you know a bit too much about them. But if you can, get your guesses in. If you know it already, you're like, I know who that is. Get in touch. Let us know. They're born in 1979 in Wales. He's an Aries, which is, I am an Aries as well. Stubborn is a trait.
Oh, I did not know that.
But now that makes sense, doesn't it, Allyson?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Especially when it comes to true and false. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, continue on. Who else?
I'll give you another clue, and then I'll began his career on the stage, performing in many of London's West End productions, such as Rent, which producer Will just spoke about, Miss Saigon, and PF, before getting his Hollywood breakthrough role starring in The Clash of the Titan 2010 remake. But who is the celebrity? The command to give to your device is the word say if you are watching us on the live feed, or hop over to backchannel.tv on your phone if you are listening on an audio-only Echo. Let us know who you think the celebrity is. Listen, take a guess. It doesn't matter if it's wrong. We just enjoy you taking part.
It's absolutely true. I'll read the next one because it has their name in it, and I've noticed that, so I will edit out the name. In 2015, this person was named one of GQ's 50 best dressed British men. I caught that one.
Yeah, see, I would have read that out. Listen, we're a very professional outlet here on the Hayley and Allyson show.
Yeah, 2015.
You don't see, mind you do see them doing that, because that we were talking about this the other day. What's his name? Steve Harvey? Is it the guy who Miss World read out the wrong name?
And then was
they do it on big shows,
whoops.
And also they read out the wrong movie at the Oscars. So it does happen on professional outlets as well. Producer Will, explain yourself.
Just to cover my own back. There's that news anchor from American TV, which is my favorite news blooper of all time, where the auto cue says panties instead of pantries.
I never saw that. But
so he goes, and now check your panties. 150 rice cookers.
Amazing.
I'm supposed to say pantries. It's my favorite news blooper. We're doing a feature on news bloopers next week, so just brace yourself up already.
Oh my God.
Feature some of ours here on the Hayley and Allyson show.
It's just a series of us.
It's just a series of us getting things wrong. Yeah. So in 2015, this celebrity was named one of GQ's 50 best dressed men. It's usually David Beckham who wins that, isn't it?
It always is, yeah, because he's
posh dresses him, that's why.
Anyway, exactly it. I was going to say Victoria's in charge of everything. He's not winning anything. Victoria's won all the awards.
Yeah, she's won the awards. There we go. He's an Aries. He was born in 1979 in Wales. He began his career on stage in musicals in London, and his breakthrough movie was The Clash of the Titans 2010 remake. But who is the celebrity? Get your guesses in. If you would like to win a personalised song from our lovely Allyson June Smith today. And also, it's going to be a 5-minute song. I just decided that.
Have you just decided that?
5 minutes, Allyson, so get your pen ready.
I'm like, oh God, I didn't even start my song yet today. Okay.
It's going to be a Meatloaf length song. Do you know, I was stuck one night after a gig. Myself and Allyson and June Smith are stand-up comedians in the UK, and I got stuck in a car park after a gig because there'd been something else on, and and it doesn't move after you're stuck in a car park after there's been something on, like an event. I think it was a sporting event. And I was in the car park for half an hour, and I listened to one Meatloaf song in that time. It was still on as I left. It was that long. So, who is a celebrity? We're going to give you a few more clues. In 2013, he starred as the main antagonist, Owen Shaw, in the blockbuster Fast and the Furious 6, the one where they go for an MOT. And he also played Bard the Bowman in Peter Jackson's three-part adaptation of J.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit. Who is a celebrity? Who is the celebrity? Get your guesses in. He was raised as a Jehovah's Witness.
So he may have knocked on your door.
He may have. And in 2017, he starred as Gaston in Disney's live action adaptation of Beauty and the Beast. Who is it? You must know now. Who is it? Get your guesses in. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess. Or if you're listening on an audio-only echo, hop on to backchannel.tv. Ali.
Yes.
You're like...
I'm trying to write a song here, Hayley. All right.
Oh, so sorry.
Just in case.
It's really intense.
He dated art director Raphael O'Lara from 2019 to 2020. He has played 2 Greek gods. That's when you know you're beautiful. When you have been cast in 2 Greek god roles, Apollo in Clash of the Titans and Zeus in Immortals. And I mean, these aren't minor gods either. And he was considered for the role of Tom Buchanan in The Great Gatsby, 2013.
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by your guess, or backchannel.tv if you're listening on an audio-only echo. And that, like you say, he's played Greek gods. I mean, I've played the role of Patty Simcock. That's how attractive they think I am in the film Grease. She is basically the female Eugene. That's what I was cast as. And I've played a man. I've played a man before. I played Fat Sam in Bugsy Malone. I think my skill years weren't very pleasant. Anyway, more about this particular actor. If you know who it is, get involved. He's about to appear as the coachman in the upcoming live-action adaptation of Pinocchio.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a real boy. It's coming in 2022. I hope he still speaks like that.
I'm a real boy.
What producer Will says to us when we don't take him seriously. I'm a real boy. Who is a celebrity? You must know it. Come on. The command to give to your device is the word say, or hop on to backchannel.tv, type your guess in there, and listen, I'm going to make Allyson do the song whether you guess or not.
I know she saw me intensely writing.
Yeah, I'm going to give you 3 words, and you've got to create a song. Producer Will, where is he? Let's have a look. Do you know who it is, Producer Will? Of course he does. He wrote the question.
Yes. I don't think I would have got it if I didn't know.
I seen this actor very, very recently in something that was big on Amazon, which was with Nicole Kidman, and it's like the 9 different strangers you meet or something.
Oh,
like that.
9 Perfect Strangers.
9 Perfect Strangers. He's in that.
That's a good one. I might have gotten it from, I think, starred as Gaston.
Yeah, I would have got it from the.
That's quite a big clue.
He ha ha ha.
No.
No, never do that again. So here we go. Who is the actor, though? One last chance. And if you don't guess, it's going to be a rollover on Monday, and Allyson has to do a 20-minute song. So get your guesses in. We've got a lot of time.
Allyson will have written an album by the end of the month, is what's going to happen, everyone. Allyson will have written You Won the Game Today album.
So you could do a song about this. Do you know enough about this actor, Ali?
No, I certainly do not. I'm not going to lie.
Let's not.
We're not doing it about the song.
No. Sure. Listen, I'm just going to tell you who it is because I can't drag it out anymore. The actor in question is, of course, Luke Evans. Wonderful, handsome, and talented Luke Evans. Luke, if you're listening, get in touch with the show. We think you're brilliant here on the Hayley and Allyson show, as does producer Will, who's just popped in really quickly.
Hiya. He's no longer dating Raphael Olara from 2019, the art director. I'm pretty sure that means he's available.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how old he is.
He's a bit out of your age bracket. Would you make an exception? I'm a real boy.
I don't think I could date a man who's born in the late 70s.
You couldn't.
I think that's a bit of a...
Well, Anna Nicole Smith did it. I mean, I'm just saying.
Me and Anna Nicole Smith, we've got so much in common. And dating men from the late 70s.
LA housewives do it.
You're an old man. You're an old man in your heart.
In a young man's body. So, Luke, if you're listening and you're interested, I'll be in Manchester this afternoon.
Right.
So
stop the flirting, producer Will. There he goes.
Sorry.
Producer Will, get in touch. Luke Evans, listen, you take away the initial L today. So we've got the initial R from Rihanna from the other day, the initial A from Adam Levine, and the initial L from Luke Evans. The initials are R, A, and L. Take them away. Join us next week, where we will be giving you another initial to complete a phrase. But what could it be? It's Christmas coming up. Could be Christmas related.
Probably.
Will be Christmas related. Every day on the Hayley and Allyson show, we like to sort of finish the show off with a fun little fact for you.
We do. So you can go out into the world and be a little bit more educated about something random. You can try and impress people. You can try and impress people with these facts. This one today, this is great. I love this. Hayley, let's tell them the fun fact. I have more to add to this. I'm very excited. All right.
Yes. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, you do it.
Okay. Thanks, Allyson.
You're welcome. Let me just interject and cut in, and then, okay, continue on.
Just leave me to it. Yeah, thank you. She's a politician, isn't she, really? There we go. Thank you, speaker. So, here's a fun fact. Psycho, the film Psycho, it is a theme Friday this morning, and it is a movie theme today. So, on that note, your fun fact is the film Psycho is the first US film to feature a toilet flushing.
It was a very big thing back then. They could not have toilets flush because it was creating it was breaking the illusion that we don't
have bodily functions. You're quite right, Allyson. At first, it was considered inappropriate to show a toilet being flushed on screen. Alfred Hitchcock saw an opportunity to add some extra shock. I mean, that's not the shocking thing about the film Psycho, is it? Imagine going to watch Psycho and be like, I can't believe it. It was unbelievable. They've shown a toilet being flushed. What about the knife? Oh, that doesn't matter. The shower scene. No, there was a toilet. There you go. An extra shock by presenting a scrap of paper, which proves an important clue, falling to flush in a toilet. In the book, the clue was an earring found in the bathroom, but Hitchcock was like, no, let's change that to a piece of paper in the toilet to add an extra jolt for the viewers. So not only can you shower now, someone has flushed a toilet. How dare they? On scene. Little fun fact.
That is a fun fact. Well, look, there were a lot of things with movies over the years. Like, for example, I don't know if you knew this, Hayley, but early movies, if there was a scene of a couple, let's say two people being close or intimate in a bedroom, in the boudoir, the characters always had to have one foot on the ground. So they could never be fully on the bed. Yes, they had to have one foot on the ground. I don't know why, but apparently this made it a bit more appropriate. They weren't completely both in the bed. Yeah. So if there was a scene with two people who were having a kiss Okay,
I've got a conundrum for you there. What if that scene back in the day, we're not saying now, because what year was this?
I mean, this would have been like in the 1920s, 30s.
Okay, just imagine these actors around in that time.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, his feet wouldn't touch the end of the bed.
No.
His feet wouldn't touch, they'd be hanging off the side.
I know. It was a different world, Hayley. It was a different time.
It was a different time.
I remember learning that in my film studies class in uni. Yeah.
So you learn a lot in film studies because they're always like, oh, did you know that this red lighting in this scene is a metaphor for how the character is trapped? It's a cartoon. It's a Tom and it's a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Yeah, it's not that deep.
It's not.
Did you know Yeah, film school tells you a lot of things, but there we go. It's a little fact for you for takeaway. Tell your friends if you don't want them to talk to you ever again. Did you know that Psycho's the first film that features a flushing toilet? I've never actually seen the film Psycho. I know what happens in it, know everything about it, but never seen it.
You've never seen it?
No.
Oh, it's a gooder. It's a gooder to watch.
It's a gooder.
It's a gooder. It's a gooder. I think what's even more inappropriate would be to show a toilet that didn't flush. Am I?
Yeah. That would be a lot worse. Just a lingering shot on a full toilet would be horrific.
It's very offensive. Yeah.
Just saying the word full toilet is far too much for a breakfast show. Apologies if you're eating your breakfast. We're talking about toilet flushing. This is the Hayley and Allyson show. We are back on Monday at 6 a.m. Join us if you are a person who cannot sleep at that time. Otherwise, have a lie in. But do join us at some point. We're there 6 till 8 every day, Monday to Friday. Coming up on Backchannel, by the way, incidentally, Backchannel is the only place you can listen, watch, and interact with your hosts live via your device. And we have shows here all day on Backchannel. Following ourselves is the Liv Harrison show with her show Live Every Day. After that, at 12 till 2, it's the Anthony Davis show. And at 2 till 4, your pal Hal with the wonderful Hal Rudnick. So stick around, get involved with those shows. Allyson, what are you up to this weekend?
So this weekend, let's see, I have shows tonight and tomorrow. So I'm in a lovely place called Cheadle, Stockport this evening. And tomorrow.
So our US listeners, it sounds quite glamorous, but it's not. It's not a glamorous location.
Cheadle. I'm in Cheadle. And then on Saturday, I am in Liverpool, which is where Hayley resides. I'm in Liverpool at a lovely club, the Laughter House. And then Sunday is Christmas decoration day for me. Thank you very much. Very excited about that.
Yeah, I need to get mine up as well because I've bought quite a lot of Christmas decorations this year. I've been going to a lot of garden centres because there's not been that much open because of the old COVID. I've been going to garden centres practically once a week with my child and picking up a new Christmas decoration every week. So yes, I will be doing that myself on Sunday. I am also gigging as we're stand-up comedians, myself and Allyson, even though we can't string a sentence together sometimes this early in the morning. We do speak for a living. It's ironic, isn't it, Alanis? I'm in Warrington for the rest of the week, so that should be fun. Supporting brilliant, amazing comedian Sarah Millican. That'll be great fun. And producer Will.
I'm off to the movies.
Are you? What are you going
to see? House of Gucci.
I really want to see that. Do you, Ali?
And the House of Gucci.
Of course I do. I want to see Gaga be Gucci.
What do you want to see, Ali?
Gaga be Gucci.
It's not a movie about babies. Yeah, I'm taking my mum to the movies tomorrow night.
Oh, good luck. She'll have her iPad out, Googling facts about Gucci.
Well, that's the thing. I thought that if we actually go to the movie theatre, she might be on it.
It's not stopping her. She's whipping out her phone. Don't you worry. She's going to be...
She better not do. She'll be hearing about it.
She brought bread and wine. Who does she think she is?
So you know how if you go to the movies, you might smuggle in some snacks, like maybe some M&Ms or whatever other chocolates you might want to bring. No, not my mum. She's taking bread and wine. I think she thought we might be going to church.
I was going to say, it's like a Sunday day, isn't it? Sunday morning. Let's have some bread and wine. Bread and wine. How middle class are you, producer?
Very.
Drinking your bread and how did she smuggle the wine in, by the way?
Not in a bottle. Let's just leave it at that.
I was going to say, because that's
take a bottle of wine in.
It's quite worrying how she got a bottle of wine into the cinema. She's done that before.
I think the less said about that, the better.
Yeah, let's move on.
And it was good bread, though.
I was going to say wine and bread. So are you smuggling in the cheese and stuffed olives? Is that your job for this?
Yeah, and the tablecloth and the candles.
Just a really intimate, romantic dinner between a mum and a son in a cinema.
In a movie theater.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Producer Will there. Go and see House of Gucci. If you would like to let us know what you're up to this weekend before we dash off, then do get in touch. The command to give to your device is the word say, followed by where you are. Don't worry, we're in the UK. We can't follow you wherever you're going.
You're safe. You're safe. We're not coming to get you. Don't you worry.
The fact we have to say that means we've said that to people before. No, you're safe. We're not going to follow you home. But yeah, so it should be a fun weekend for everyone involved. Next week, like I say, we are back on Monday doing all the classics that you enjoy every day on the Hayley and Allyson show. We'll be doing the news stories from around the world. Producer Will, would you come back shortly and let us know a few teasers for those? That would be great. We're also going to be doing our 1-star movie review, as always. So we look at the films that have been given 1-star rating online, and we read out those reviews and want you to guess what the film is. Thank you for taking part today, if you did. We're going to be doing our Agony Aunties section, where we like to solve your problem. So if you've got a problem, you'd like us to solve it, instead of calling the A-team, get in touch with myself and Allyson, and we attempt to solve them here. We are back with a competitive game of true or false. I won this week, and I will be making sure Allyson is aware of that all
Not only
weekend.
did you win, you destroyed this week. You destroyed me, Hayley.
I might just text you on the hour every day. Who is the winner? Everyone's a winner except Allyson this week. Producer Will, news stories next week. Give us a little tease. What's coming up?
Loads. Here's, I think, my favourite. Okay, you remember earlier in the week we had a story about a European MP who cycled to the delivery room, who cycled to the hospital to give to her birthday.
That? Yeah.
One of Monday's headlines is "Woman delivers her own baby in car traveling at 60 miles an hour."
No.
Wow. Do you know what? I can't even eat a sandwich traveling at 60 miles per hour. So how she has done that, amazing. So we'll be chatting about that on Monday. Get involved. Not if you're driving. I mean, you can't even use a mobile phone. So how has she managed to give birth? Anyway, thank you, Producer Will.
Thank you.
We will all be back on Monday, as will Producer Will. We hope you enjoy your weekend. Thank you for joining us. It's very much appreciated, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you back Monday, hopefully. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.